I think you have some explaining to do.
Me?
Yes.
Explain what?
What happened to last week? You left me hanging.
I was told I was scheduled for 3 hours. They don't put clocks in workplaces anymore, so I didn't know how much time had passed. And when I finally got my break, it was past recording time.
Get a watch, you broke bitch.
We're not allowed to wear watches.
What?
Yeah.
God, I hate Starbucks. Another reason
I
not
know,
to
right?
spend your money there.
What a thing to ban, watches.
God, they don't want you. They don't want you to get happy and thinking your time is almost up and you can go home.
The cash register doesn't even list the time.
What on earth?
Right.
That is well. Now I have to blame Starbucks. I mean, I'll still blame you, but actually, I'll blame Starbucks and the audience can blame you.
Oh, fine, whatever.
Left me hanging for 30 minutes without a response. Then I just gave up and left. Couldn't be helped. Couldn't be asked.
Oh, no.
God. Well, welcome everybody to episode 78 of You're Ridiculous. A week late.
Perhaps.
But it's not my fault.
But it's extra juicy. The original planned episode was going to be mid. This is great.
Let it be known here that Wolf has said that, what's it called?
What?
Oh, Five Nights at Freddy's is mid.
The news was mid.
It is all mid.
You don't have anything to say about it.
It's all under the umbrella of mid.
Ridiculous.
Just like this topic.
No.
Yep.
The audience, Lucas, has decided to go against the grain. He's unimpressed.
No. Well, that naturally. That's just me by default. We'll let the audience decide. Speaking of topics, we're going to be talking about... Oh, is it Across the Spiderverse?
It is indeed.
Okay, I thought it was something different. I thought it was Into the Spiderverse.
That's the first one.
What the... Why are they all called the same shit?
Because they're what's the word? A trilogy.
Oh, fair enough. Well, what's the next one?
Beyond the Spiderverse.
Oh my god, get a new name. Christ,
Me
it's all
at
the
Star
same.
Wars.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair though. They are all the same. And audience, you can't be mad. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I can say that. I'm allowed.
You got him there.
I'm allowed to belittle our franchise. Across the Spiderverse, I guess, is what we're going to be talking about.
That's right.
Not Into the Spiderverse. And last week, 2 weeks ago, we talked about Tears of the Kingdom with Rain.
We did indeed.
It was great. It still is.
Slapping, slamming. Jack never uploaded a third part.
Oh, that's tragic. He's going to drop the episode. Or drop the whole franchise.
Oh, he's ruining my plans.
Be more like Dr. Lupo and just do the whole thing in 1 week.
Exactly.
Oh, man. Well, let's get right into Across the Spiderverse, because we have a lot to say.
Yeah. Oh, or is it just me? Are you gonna...
I have stuff to say.
Okay.
Maybe not 3 pages worth, but I have stuff.
It should be more than 3 pages. I didn't get to finish scoping it all out.
I watched it. That's enough to say.
Yeah, you watched it, and what, you read a summary of the first one?
No, I read a summary as in I read your messages.
Oh, you didn't even seek out a real summary. You're terrible.
I did. I didn't watch. I read like an article that was like stuff to remember about the first one before you watch the second one.
I see.
So it wasn't like a summary of the first one, but it was like, these are the important bits that will probably be relevant in the second movie.
Okay.
So that was very helpful, and along with your messages, I pretty much understood everything that was happening.
Nice.
But why don't we explain what this is before we go too deep into it?
So, Into the Spiderverse, first movie, and then Across the Spiderverse, second movie.
They're all the same! You're even getting messed up with
over them. Stumbling over both of them. They are a movie. It's going to be a movie trilogy about Miles Morales. He is a version of Spider-Man that has been quite controversial across the years. That's
right. Largely for one reason, right?
Yeah, because he's black.
Because he's black. That's right.
Which,
I only laugh at that because it's so astounding to me that people care.
Yeah.
Like that's the only reason we're laughing. It's like, wow, this is really a controversial thing? Like, seriously?
And like, I didn't know there were this many variants of Spider-Man until this movie. But now knowing there are that many, it's even more ridiculous that people are so upset about him.
Right. They're just you know, they got their dicks hard for Peter Parker.
Clearly. But yeah, first movie was him becoming Spider-Man, like truly, not just the getting bitten by a spider part. And the second one is a direct follow-up that kind of leads into the third one, but also sets up kind of Gwen's story.
Yeah. Gwen Stacy, the female Spider-Man, Spider-Woman.
Yeah. She had a Peter, but she got bitten instead.
That's right. And it was not, this is jumping around, and obviously, how old was this movie at this point? Like a month?
Oh, this one? Like a couple weeks. A
couple weeks, okay. Obviously, like all of our episodes, spoiler alert, but this one is still somewhat fresh, so really spoiler alert.
Huge spoilers.
And we're going to be jumping around quite a bit. The spider that bit Gwen Stacy was not the spider that was teleported to Miles Morales' universe, right?
It was not.
That was just something completely different.
Yeah,
Okay. Just
that ties in to the end of the movie.
Right. I wasn't sure if it was the same one or not.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if there was like a reason why if a spider bit Gwen instead of Peter.
I think there's a reason in the comics, but I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know
comics
myself.
are all sorts of fucked up. No matter which ones you're watching. So
go.
I was going to say, do you want to get into like initial thoughts?
Initial thoughts, loved it. Massive, it's beautiful. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. Soundtrack, genius. I've got so much to say about the fucking soundtrack. That should have been a bullet of its own.
It can be. We got time.
It's set new standards for animation, and it's got a lot going on, especially this one. This one in particular has a lot going on. And it's not just junk to distract you. It's got a lot going on because it's got a lot of information to give.
Right.
Which is what I discovered on like my second watch.
Oh, you're only at 2?
Well, sorta. It's like 2.5.
Jesus Christ.
Well, because I was scrolling TikTok and someone was live streaming it, so I just stayed and watched it.
Is that even legal?
No, they got taken down midstream.
I was going to say, there's no way that's allowed.
So I had to go hunt it down myself. Oh my god, it was so funny. He stopped, like, at some point, he, like, stopped the movie, paused it. He was like, I'm gonna pause this until I get some donations. People sent some donations. I think that's what got the stream taken down, ultimately.
Does TikTok sync up with, like, Google Play accounts?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't have one.
It's not really relevant, so I won't get into it, but I was curious. It was relevant if you knew, but I'm not going to go into it if you don't.
I see.
So, anyways. Yeah, fuck that guy.
I know, and so someone like leaked the website he was using, so I just went to that and watched it myself.
That's even funnier. How was the quality?
On the pirate, it was actually pretty good. The coloring was a bit off, so that made it a bit hard to analyze. I had to just like go off memory.
Yeah.
Better or worse? Go ahead.
I was gonna say better or worse than the pirate of Dungeons and Dragons.
Better. You can hear some like coughing sometimes. Otherwise, it was pretty solid.
I remember you saying that like the pirate was not great.
It was
from
not.
The D&D movie.
It was not.
That's a shame. I don't even know if that movie's on streaming anything yet.
Oh, it's terrible. Why are they holding out so long again?
I don't know. That movie was great. Anyways, back to Spiderverse.
Okay, yeah, back on topic.
Back to the important shit. Are those your general thoughts?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any guess about what mine are gonna be?
Yeah, I'm honest. I don't know anymore. I don't know if you're fucking with me still. I don't know, Lucas.
Okay. Normally, audience, Wolf and I are like on the same page and we know what each other's gonna say. This is not the case. Not the case for one of us. I knew exactly what Wolf was gonna say because they've been fucking sucking the Spider-Verse dick the whole week.
Yeah, deep throating it.
I, however, have been spamming, or not maybe not spamming, but loudly proclaiming how mid the movie is gonna be and how much it was after I watched it. I, for reference, did obviously, if you didn't figure it out by now, didn't watch the first one.
Yeah.
Only because I don't give a rat's ass about Spider-Man.
As you said.
Up until now, I was led to believe that one needed to care about Spider-Man to watch the movie. And I found out that is not the case.
Yeah.
because the second one, I loved it.
Wow.
It was so good. But I felt it was a whole comic book being played out.
It's beautiful.
And I love comic books. Yeah, it is a technical marvel of animation.
My God, did you know it's 2D and 3D?
I did not. I had to think about it. I mean, I knew I didn't know that, but then I had to think about like what parts of it were either or.
Yep.
So yeah, but I did not know that. That's very impressive. Among all the like other impressive things about it.
It's got a long list.
Yeah. That's what there's no shortage of impressive things about this movie.
Wow.
I'm not at all surprised it took them 5 years to make.
Indeed.
But I'm also surprised that it only took 5 years to make, you know? Like with how good it is, it's very impressive from like multiple angles.
Apparently like 1,000 people worked on this. Like 1,000 people collaborated. It wasn't just that they hired 1,000 animators or whatever. Right. They like all contributed to this.
Yeah. That is crazy.
Indeed.
So yeah, I loved it. I'm sometime soon going to watch the first one when I have time. So I will watch it. And one thing, I'm sure this will get mentioned before, but it didn't feel like I was watching a movie. Ooh. And that was really weird. Do you know, did you feel something similar, or did it feel like a movie to you?
Elaborate.
Well, I mean, I felt like I said it already, but it felt like I was just like watching someone narrate a comic book from multiple different perspectives.
Yeah.
Like it was like you know how in the Fairly Odd Parents, when they would like Timmy would go into the comic book as Crimson Chin.
Yeah.
It felt like that, but actually good.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
You know what I mean? It was so cool.
There was a lot of panel and panning scenes. Panel.
And they didn't have like the action words, like, you know, when somebody gets hit, they like do a big splash frame of like a word or whatever. But they did have definitions of like comic book talk, like in the corners of different area. One of them was like when Hobie was saying, he mentioned something about Scooby-Doo.
I haven't got a Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. And so there was a bunch of those things, which was really fun in like classic comic book style. So there was just a bunch of cool things.
Funny you say that. There actually are sound effects.
But they're not the ones where like it pops up on the screen. You know, it's not like
there is.
Like is there?
Yeah, there's
one.
I
didn't even notice then.
There's one where like the main four, the young four get like blown away by Spot, and there's like a boom one.
Okay, I missed those then.
Yeah, so much to see.
That's cool. I'm glad they weren't like covering the whole screen.
Yep.
Because in comic books, that's how it happens. It like Batman punches someone, and then the next panel is like bam.
Yeah, they're well blended.
Right, and so like those are the ones that I'm talking about more so. But I'm glad they mixed them into the frame of the shot, or into the shot.
Yeah. Which
is really cool. Anyways, general thoughts, wicked good. Let's dive deep, because I know you have a lot to say.
Oh yeah, we're diving real deep. I've made a breakdown in order of which way we're gonna do.
This is mostly gonna be you, because I don't have as much to say, but I would love to hear what all of this is about.
All right, it is technically in order, but sharing what's happening is gonna make me and I have to jump way out of order. So try to keep up, everyone. We're starting with the opening. And it's, oh my God, the opening, genius from the start. This movie begins and ends with the Prowler theme. And by beginning with the Prowler theme, it foreshadows that at the end of the movie, the alternate Miles is the Prowler. Amazing.
Yep.
I'm in the movie theater listening to it. I'm like, why does this sound so familiar? Because I actually really like the Prowler theme. And I'm like listening for like, whose other person's theme is it? I'm like, wait a second. It's his.
It's the Prowler.
Yeah. And even funnier, Prowler's like backstory is given over Miles's backstory is given over the Prowler's theme before it becomes Gwen's theme. And during Gwen's narration, while she's like rocking out, there are flashes to the past, flashes to the future, things that are going to happen later in this movie, and there's things we didn't see, which must be in the third movie, which also pretty cool.
That's right.
Yeah. And then we get into Gwen's world, which is like everywhere in the world, and every person really is animated in their own unique style.
Which is super cool.
Yeah, and hers is really like watercolory, which allows like some really cool like color keying. It's not like realistic color and such. It's like it depends on her mood, the other characters' moods, etc., etc.
The watercolor art style is like one of my, not even just like inside this movie, but any sort of artistic medium, the watercolor style is like one of my favorites.
Ooh.
It's so good.
Yeah, and they use it real well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get to see Gwen's backstory. This universe thinks Spider-Woman's a murderer because technically she killed Peter Parker, but he looked like the lizard. He was the lizard.
Did she kill him though? The building fell on him.
The building killed him.
Which was his fault. If he didn't go lizard mode.
True.
And wreck the building, he caused his own downfall. I mean, like, obviously, Gwen maybe should share some blame there.
She punched him, I guess.
Right, but it's like when a cop shoots someone, right? Like, it's mostly for defense. Maybe that's a bad example. But
at this point in time.
Something like that is largely for defense. Like, Gwen was trying to save everybody.
Yeah, if she hadn't, he would have, like, killed a bunch of other people.
At least that one guy.
Yeah.
Maybe more. You never know.
Indeed. And then we get into a really cool fight with Da Vinci Vulture. He's like, he looks like he's animated on paper.
Cool. It's so cool. This fight scene, and like as soon as he entered, I was just smiling the entire time. I just thought it was so cool.
Yeah, all his like whenever he launches like an attack, this is like his like machinations show up, his like math.
Yeah, it was so sweet.
There's
although he could use a better name. I get it because it's like one of Da Vinci's designs and stuff.
Yeah,
but kind of cringe.
Cringe. And this fight with the Vulture introduces two new spider people, Miguel and Jess Drew. Fun score, fun fact. The intro to like the song when they're like fighting the Vulture, that plays as a warped and twisted version in Miguel's theme, the beginning of his theme.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wait, Jess is the biker lady.
Yeah, Jess the pregnant lady. Miguel's the Garfield, Dark Garfield.
I know who Miguel is. He's the fucking vampire Spider-Man.
Yeah, freak. The freak everyone's thirsting for.
Are they thirsting for him?
They are.
Incredible. I'm not surprised.
Really cool fight scene. Like, the way it's set to the music.
So cool, yeah.
Everything that happens. Amazing.
I can't wait to watch this again and then just, like, understand, appreciate even more of all this stuff.
Yeah, when I was watching it on the pirated version, I had to keep, like, pausing and, like, just, because it was, like, there's no, like, scrub button like there's on YouTube, I'm just mashing the pause button to try and see every detail.
I didn't want to say it then, but after I got done watching it, I completely understand what you meant, like, there's a lot to take in.
You!
I wasn't going to say it.
You! Making me
I was
sound crazy.
stringing Wolf along. I'm like, you watched the movie once, that should be enough.
God.
I can't wait to watch it again, but yeah, there's a lot to take in.
Yeah, and it's not just like senseless noise either, like with like the Minions movies or the Hotel Transylvania movies. There's
trying
stuff
to compare this movie to a Minion movie,
you know, or even like the Super Mario movie.
True, that was a good one, but for incredibly different reasons.
Yeah,
they're not at all comparable, but I understand.
And then after the Vulture fight, we get into Gwen's identity being uncovered by force at gunpoint when her father, who's been trying to catch Spider-Woman, discovers her. And
almost arrests her.
Oh, it almost shoots her.
Speaking of cops killing people.
The lighting in this scene, amazing. The way he's like half red, half blue, and he's like slowly getting more like covered in like darkness while he's like pondering what the hell he should do with this new information.
Yep. And the shock.
Yeah.
Like, not only, like, is he on the job attempting to arrest a possible dangerous criminal, it's also his daughter, who he just found out is the criminal he's been searching for 6 months or a year.
Yeah. And the way it keeps, like, first he's, like, red and blue, then he's all blue, and Gwen is, right, backgrounded with red, and it's great.
It is. It was fantastic.
And then, of course, this ends up leading to Miguel and Jess taking Gwen back with them, even though Miguel didn't want her. I believe because of her, like, her relation to, like, Miles, because they don't want Miles. They don't want any Miles from any universe, apparently.
They do not. Not at all. They want nothing to do with him, which we aren't quite sure why, but we definitely find out later on.
That's right. And so, another fun fact, when she, like, makes a decision to go with them, it's a very not Spider-Man decision. So, throughout both movies, there's something called, like, what I decided to call the Spider-Man melody, which is like the dun-dun-dun. And it shows up in pretty much every Spider-Verse theme song, except Miguel's.
Incredible.
Amazing, right? But it plays basically when they, like, make a big decision, or they're triumphant, or if, like, something like bad happens, like Gwen Stacy dying or something.
Yeah.
And the music swells, and normally it would play that melody, but it didn't.
Oh.
Foreshadowing.
Incredible. I missed that. I missed all of this. I was just vibing, having a good time.
Enjoying it.
Yeah.
Which, I scrolled too far.
You missed the boo. Oh, no, you haven't yet.
That's actually where I scrolled to. Because I wrote Miles' World twice, because I split it into two parts. Then we get into Miles' world.
I see that.
Earth 1610. We open with the lovely villain of the week, The Spot.
A villain of the week. That was brutal.
God, clearly, it's his whole motivation.
I'll show you I'm not the villain of the week.
He took that so personally.
He did.
Yeah, Spot, he was created when the particle collider exploded. He
what
blames...
a shit name, by the way.
I know.
Spot. It's something you name your dog.
The Spot. Don't forget the.
Oh, sorry. That makes it all better.
He blames Miles or his being turned into this, but it's very much his own fault. He went back for whatever it was he grabbed when he should have been clearing out.
He should have swiped the bagel and left.
I did, exactly. You hit me with the bagel. And now our destinies are connected.
The ultimate motivation got hit in the head with a bagel.
Oh my god.
The amount of petty feelings that the Spot has around a 15-year-old kid.
Right, he's like a grown-ass man, and he's beefing with a 15-year-old.
Who was like 13 at the time.
Yeah. Oh, man. Cool villain, though. Very goofy at first, but I kind of like it.
Oh, I loved it. I thought it was great. I thought it was like, it was goofy, but all the things he's doing are not goofy.
Yeah, he's like, even when he's like fumbling with his powers, he's still doing some pretty effective stuff.
He's still trying to beat Miles' ass.
Yeah, he's not.
He's not fucking around.
Miles is like the phone the whole time.
That scene was so funny. And like how there's like typos in the text to his dad.
Yep. Oh, he sent it as all one word. That's a good sign. Now there's bubbles.
Now there's bubbles. Oh, there's still bubbles. We'll just put this away and assume he's on his way.
The kid who takes off his second Spider-Man mask. Oh yeah, fun fact about this universe. It did have a Spider-Man. A proper Peter Parker.
Yeah.
And he died saving Miles.
True.
And so thus that Miles had no choice but to become Spider-Man.
Though Miles was bitten before Peter died.
That's right.
That makes it a canon event.
It does. That makes him. I've got so much to say about that. But we'll say it later.
We'll say it later. I got ahead of my. I didn't read your notes. I literally just thought of that. I'm like, that must be. I was piecing the puzzles together as we were talking about
Solving the lore.
All right. Well, we'll save that. We'll get into that.
Yeah. Not Spots. Miles. He like traps Spots inside his own spots. That's pretty cool. And then he gets to his parent-teacher meeting, which he is very, very late for.
Oh, sorry. Rewind a second. Spot gets trapped in his own like spotty world, right?
Nah, that's after.
Oh, okay.
There's like a in between,
okay.
which is how he escapes again.
Yep. I'll have something to say then. I thought that's what you're talking about.
Miles has this like line where he's like, someone's like, you can't have your cake and eat it too. And Miles is like, just get 2 cakes. And later on in the movie, he tries doing exactly that. He gets 2 cakes and he ends up with a message that he didn't really mean. The 2 cakes didn't work out.
I forget what it was, but it was really funny.
Well, yeah.
It's like I'm not proud or something.
Yeah, I am not proud.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
So funny. It's really funny.
And then, of course, Spot escapes, so Miles pieces right out of that parent-teacher meeting. And then his dad also pieces out, too, because of the Spot.
Yeah, because...
He's like, this is my kid's school. Leave. Oh, but funny, I guess, mini theory. So, Miles' dad, he is somehow keeping up with both these people, sprinting down the road.
Yeah, he's hauling ass.
And he gets pulled into one of Spot's spots. And I think in that moment, there's like a weird, like 4 frames of like the Miles' dad face, whose name I did not remember. So he's going to forever be Miles' dad. And it shows his face just like spooked or horrified or whatever. And I think in that moment, he saw his coming future. Because that is an ability the Spot has, even if he doesn't know it yet. And in this moment, he's like throwing out everything he's got, using all his powers without really knowing what he's doing. So I think that's what happened. Because there's no acknowledgement or explanation of that moment. It's so quick. So I think that's what's happened. And I think that'll play in the 3rd movie. The like vision of him rocking everyone's shit and then Miles' dad about to die, trying to save a kid.
God damn it. I'm trying to figure out who the dad's name is. And it just comes up as a bunch of male actors and it's Spider-Man. I'm like, that is not helpful.
Useless.
You piece of shit.
Oh my god. I guess
they're all goddamn
Captain.
different versions of Spider-Man. Yeah.
Oh, he's not Captain yet. He's gonna be.
He's, yeah. Dad actor. I want to know his name.
Forbidden knowledge.
Jeff.
Jeff.
Jefferson Jeff Morales.
What? Oh, well, I see Jeff is his nickname. I was like, what? His middle name, Jeff.
His middle name. Oh, yeah. Played by Brian Tyree Henry, who I've never heard of.
Ooh.
Oh, no. Okay. I know who this guy is.
Oh, you know everyone.
Well, of course I do. You gotta know people. He's on Bullet Train. I don't know if you saw that.
I've heard of it.
He was the very funny comedic duo. Or one of them. He was Lemon.
Oh, I see.
That was his spy nickname.
Nice.
Anyways, Jefferson.
Oh, yeah. And then this, I guess, section ends with very anticlimactically a Spot kicks his own ass into his own little, like, self.
I thought he kicked his nuts.
I thought so too. But the bruise was on his ass.
Yeah, it was really funny, though.
Yeah. And he gets what do you call it? Spider-Man. So in this universe, or this Earth 1610, this Spider-Man actually works with the police. They're cool with him. And Jeff and Spider-Man have a little chat about Miles. Because they're sensing that something's going on with him, that he's keeping a secret. He's very obvious about it.
They have the spider sense for their son.
Oh, yeah. And Spot, he's like exploring his holes.
That is certainly a way to put it.
That's how he kept putting it.
He is exploring his own holes.
There's stuff. We get some cool references. We get to see like the lady from Venom. He chats with her, and then we see Lego Spider-Man.
I love that. That was so funny.
Yeah, apparently that was animated by like a teenager.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. I heard about that. I heard that was in the movie. I forgot until now, but that's really cool.
And Lego Spider-Man calls up Miguel to let him know that an anomaly just appeared inside his realm. And that's also...
I like that they trust Lego Spider-Man, but not Miles.
He's the GOAT!
Oh, man, it's so funny.
And now everyone kind of ships Miguel and Lego Spider-Man. It's hilarious. And then we get into the next section. So there's an argument between, like, Miles and his parents, obviously, because he was late to the party and he brought a shitty cake. The DJ is trying his best to hide it. But then the music stops at the worst moment.
The parents start fighting with Miles and the DJ turns up the music. That's funny.
After he's grounded for a month, and then I think it's 2 months after he says whatever.
It was like a month, and then it just kept going up after like he starts talking.
Yeah. And then the movie, we pick up where the first movie left off, with Gwen opening her portal and being like, hey, wanna get out of here?
Is that how the first movie starts?
That's how it ends.
Oh.
They like all get sent back.
Right.
But then after an undetermined amount of time, Gwen is back.
So it's the same scene, basically.
Pretty much. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
The soundtrack, like the actual music, like by like musical artists, whatever. This one wasn't as notable as the first movie, but it also didn't rely on it as much because first movie had "What's Up, Danger," which was a bop, and it worked really well with like when they used it.
Yeah.
Made its impact. But this time they really stuck with the instrumental like score. But yeah, a song plays, which I don't really remember. But yeah, Miles and Gwen hang out. He shows that even though he's been on his own this path, he's keeping up pretty well with being Spider-Man. Like he's keeping up with all her tricks, all her stunts.
Even the surprise ones, like, thread the needle and stuff.
Yeah, the ones that presumably she learned from like Hobie and Preveter. And he learned those all himself, or like on the fly when she showed him. Clearly the superior Spider-Man.
Clearly. Natural talent. Unquestioned talent.
Gwen's like, she's beating around the bush about why she hasn't seen Miles and why he can't join this elite striker force of spider people. Which
a very
is apparently
small team.
A very small team. And he gets there, there's like 300 of them. A team of which Lego Spider-Man is on.
That's right. And has been on. Not even like a new recruit.
Yeah.
He's got the speed dial to Miguel.
That's
He's
right.
been on it for a while.
Oh man. And turns out she's here on a mission to pretty much collect the spot. But we get into like what I think is really the core issue of the movie, and that first Miles isn't taken serious, but no one's taking the spot seriously. She lets him get away. Then when he does get away, they just keep letting him get away. And when even Miguel's like, fuck the spot, I want to talk about Miles.
Yeah.
Oh, the spot's just getting stronger, getting ready to go murder Miles' parents.
That's right. After absorbing like neutron and particle energy.
Like a dozen of them.
Yeah. We only see one, but a couple scenes before, he starts bouncing all over the multiverse. So clearly, he's been successful.
Yeah. Oh my God.
At least like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And there's that freak AI Lily, who I think is suspicious.
Yeah, that's like the time clock in Loki's show.
Yeah.
It feels like that. I can't miss minutes. I can't trust her.
Yeah. Like,
can't trust this lady either.
There's not even an explanation for her. She's not a spider person. She's not a Spider Gwen. She's just Lily.
Yeah, and at first I thought like once we see the spider like base that we would see this person. Nope. Don't ever see her. She's just some AI.
She's there hanging.
That apparently knows like canon events.
Yeah.
She's literally like a copy of Miss Minutes.
Yeah.
And I don't trust any of it.
Sus. Her Miguel sus.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So Gwen goes to intercept the spot, and what's her face? Miles follows her.
Unbeknownst to her.
Yeah, he can turn invisible.
I learned that Spider-Man can turn invisible in this movie.
Well, that one can.
Well, I know, but he's my Spider-Man.
Yeah,
at least in this, he's the main guy.
Yeah.
But I learned that he can turn invisible and he has like electric powers.
He does indeed. I don't know why, but that's his.
I have no idea. Never heard of this before.
That's his thing.
Although I'm not like a Spider-Man fanatic, so
and we get to Spider-Man India. And this one, they don't have a card telling me which Earth this is, so it's just Spider-Man India. Preveter, you and your notes, tainting my notes.
You didn't have anything there. I wanted to fill it out. You didn't write anything.
I didn't get to it. I think, I guess a little fun fact about his like theme song. It's like a variation of Miles' theme song from this movie, but with like I hope this doesn't sound racist, but with like Indian instruments.
Yeah, it's got like.
Because I don't know what they're called. Yeah, that.
The main one is the sitar, among others, but most people will only know that one.
And his theme and Gwen's theme, they lack the Spider-Man melody. But I think it's because they haven't hit that like coming of age portion yet. They're still, because he's only been Spider-Man for like 3 months.
I was gonna say he hasn't even had his canon event yet.
Yeah,
that was the whole point of this scene. So he's like brand new.
Yeah, you knew you gotta watch.
I mean, I guess technically Miles is as well, but at least Miles has been doing it for longer.
Yeah,
he had
he's had more canon events for sure. His uncle died.
That's right. Oh yeah, I guess that is true. I was thinking of the dad though.
Oh yeah.
But I guess that's sort of like different. Miles already had his like Uncle Ben dying, right?
Yeah.
Like that's the canon event that every Spider-Man has to go through. That and or their own Gwen Stacy dying.
Yep.
But that one's sort of like not for everybody. It's like universe dependent.
It's very interesting. Well, hold on. Let me go in order.
Yeah, right. I'm sorry. I keep bringing us off topic.
Spot, he's getting better. He's getting stronger. He's really good at using these spots, these holes. He is like running circles around all 3 of them.
All 4 of them.
Yeah, all 4 of them. Even when Hobie shows up.
I guess it's 3. Yeah, Hobie shows up in the middle.
Paviter, his like web whatever is cool. It's like a yo-yo.
I loved his thing. His design was so cool.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Apparently, they almost fucked him up. There was like they've been really open about like the production of this movie, like on Twitter and such, the creators and such.
Cool.
And there was an original version of Paviter, and he was just bad. He was low key racist, and they allowed people like that were working on to give their 2 cents, and it made him a greater character.
Nice, yeah, that's cool.
I can see it. He could be a bit much, just because he's already like he's obnoxious, but he's lovable.
Yeah, I think they did a good job. At first, he comes off as like, "Wow, I'm gonna take this guy's lunch money." Towards the end, or not even towards the end, but like a couple just lines of dialogue from him, you kind of, he's pretty lovable.
New guy must love you.
Yeah.
I can barely stand the romantic tension.
It was so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spot takes him right to Alchemax, gets this really cool dramatic scene where he's unstoppable. He walks in there, he's all casual, he holds everyone out. Miles does his little electric thing to try and break the field. He's a bit slow at it, but then Hobie shows up, and my man Hobie, I thought he was very obnoxious at first. Kind of hated him, but nah, he grew on me. He's Miles' #1 fan.
Did not care for him in like when they're in Spider India.
Yeah.
But the next scene where they go to the Spider place, he's great.
Yeah, I'm like, this guy.
It's a complete 180. But yeah, he just shreds through the barrier.
Yeah.
Literally, with his guitar. Shreds right through
his guitar that's animated on 2s and 3s, while the rest of him is animated on 2s, and his vest is animated on 1s.
What does that even mean?
Oh, so in animation, there's like frames per second, yeah? So 1s is every frame something changes, 2s is every 2 frames something changes, and so on and so on.
I got you, yeah.
That's
I didn't notice that, but I bet you did.
Yeah. I didn't know the exact of it. I saw it on Twitter, but I could see it. I see it in the way he moves.
Though I think I wonder if that's like actually intentional.
Oh yeah, very.
Because he's like very comic book style.
Yeah.
Like a lot more so than Miles or even Gwen and even Privateer,
Yeah.
Like Hobie is classic like 1960s comic books almost.
Yeah. He's got like the newspaper or whatever magazine effect like on his guitar and such.
Yeah, exactly. So he's like really classic. So I bet that was intentional. Like not only like from an animation standpoint, but like development wise too.
Yeah, his vibe.
Yeah.
And hearing that the 3rd movie is going to spend time in Hobie's universe, no wonder it's not ready yet. Everyone's got to be animated like that.
Yeah, exactly.
He does a real funny line that I did appreciate even when I didn't like him. He was like, I don't believe in comedy. And he's like, just kidding.
Yeah. He had a lot of good ones.
Oh, what a guy. Oh, and then, oh my God, the scene where we get to see, well, if I want to talk about, I was talking about Spot's little vision of the future. When he absorbs the particle collider, he's really only talking to Miles. Everyone else is just background noise. And he shows Miles the future that's coming. And I watched it the first time in the movie theater, and I got the gist of it. He was gonna show up to whatever universe, most likely Miles' universe. And at this first time they show it, it's like flashing between what's about to happen to Paviter and what's gonna happen to Miles. basically the canon event with the captain.
Yeah.
Saving the child, and of course Spider-Man can't save him, et cetera, et cetera. But then, when I was pirating it, I was like smashing the space button, trying to see like little details. And I got so fucking lucky with one of the details also. Because I saw it once, and I went back to try and show Julia, and it took me so long to get it again.
Okay.
But it shows two things. One, it shows him wrecking all the other spider people. Like the main core Spider Society cast. Because there's like 300 other spider people in the society, but then there's like a 20 core ones that like show up repeatedly.
Yeah.
They even like list their names.
Yeah.
And he wrecks their shit. Including Jess, because, well, it's implied Jess, because he sucks up her motorcycle in like one of his holes and then blasts everything back.
Pulls the big suck.
That's right. It also looks like there might be something involving the fucking AI thing, because there's like there's a lot in the vision.
Yeah.
One of the cuts or whatever, it shows them in like the web, but it's like the web that looks exactly the same as the AI showed it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's both Spot and Miles in the middle of it. And like they're half and half. They're sharing a body in that moment. Which, I don't know what that means, but I'm hyped for it.
You won't find out for another 5 or 6 years.
No, it's almost ready. They're gonna have it ready.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and like probably a year max if it gets delayed, but they said they have it slated for less than a year.
Okay, very cool. I did not know
Thank
that.
God.
Yeah, no kidding.
And then second thing, Plushy Spider-Man is a core part of the Spider Society cast. He's a core member of the cast because he's in the Vision.
Oh my God.
Which I was reeling, but then I saw him again in the later fights in the chase scene repeatedly. Losing my mind. But yeah. And then Spot as a villain is really interesting because he's telling you his motivations, and it's just that no one's really listening. Even Miles. He starts to listen as he's like powering up, but by then it's too late to like placate him.
Yeah, well, nobody takes him seriously. Everybody thinks, he's just the villain of the week, which really got to him.
Yeah, they're trying to backtrack. No, we think you're really cool. You're a great villain. And he's like, no, but I will be.
That was hard, honestly.
That was raw.
That was raw and hard. It was so clean.
He, of course, succeeds and he pieces out. He turns black. Now he's black with like white spots. Which
is really cool.
Yeah. And the 4 spider crew are left to clean up the mess and save everyone. And this brings me into the what I was saying earlier about the like canon event.
Yeah.
It was interesting that this canon event could have gone one of two ways. Because he would have either lost his Gwen Stacy or he would have lost the captain.
Does he have a current Gwen Stacy?
Yeah, the Katara, something like that. She's the daughter of the police the police stand-in. The police captain, yeah.
I don't remember her.
Wow.
Did she show up?
Yeah, she was in his opening, and it's even the same Gwen Stacy scene in the bus.
I don't
That's
remember.
you don't care for Spider-Man, so you wouldn't know it, but
well, I cared about this.
There's like the a bus basically goes crashing off a bridge, and he has to catch it with his web, and he's like barely hanging on to it, and Gwen Stacy is in it.
Oh, I'm talking about Miles as Gwen Stacy.
Oh, yeah, Miles doesn't have a Gwen Stacy. I'm talking about Providers.
Oh, yeah, but I was asking about Miles, you schmuck.
Oh, well, I'm pretty sure it is Gwen Stacy is Spider-Woman.
Well, no.
It has to be.
How?
Because there's no one else.
What do you mean?
So in his becoming of Spider-Man in the movie, they get transported to his universe, and that's the girl he meets and falls for. Is this Gwen Stacy from another universe?
Miles.
Yeah, Miles.
Yeah, I know that. But so he has a Gwen Stacy in his own universe?
No, his Gwen Stacy is the one from the other universe.
How?
What do you mean how?
But like the whole point of a Spider-Man is that like in every universe, two things exist, right? There's some sort of Uncle Ben event.
I see what you're saying.
And then there's some sort of Gwen Stacy event.
So this universe had a Peter Parker, yeah?
I know that.
Miles' universe. So which means
I got it. I pieced it together.
She's like 30.
Yep. I pieced it together. I got it. I forgot about the original Spider-Man has a Gwen Stacy.
Yeah.
Yep. We got there.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Back on track. We pieced it together. Shout out to the audience screaming at us right now as they're trying to figure that out.
Amazing.
Oh, Wolf, you gotta chug along. We're running out of time.
I know. Moving forward, we get to see the Spiderverse.
Yep.
It's cool. Like, I think it is 300 spider people, and they're all animated in their own styles, in their own like ways, and they're all apparently web swing in their own unique ways, including plushy Spider-Man, who I kept seeing the goat,
who is not in fact a goat.
Leave him alone. And yeah, basically Miles get the rundown. So he gets told about what the canon is. And we kind of see why he's not there for one. And why they didn't want Gwen yet. Because they don't want to, it's all continually suspicious. Miguel doesn't want any spider people who haven't had certain canon events happen to them.
Right.
Because obviously, they'll try and stop it. So he doesn't recruit them until it's too late.
Yeah.
That's why most of the spider people here are like adults.
Jury's still out on Spider Pig's age.
Indeed. Gotta be careful with your Rule 34. If
I ever see a Spider Pig Rule 34, one of you is getting blocked.
This is where I'll talk about Hobie's details.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I didn't realize first watch, but second and third watch, Hobie changes colors. Like, I thought it was just
from
like
red to purple, right?
Yeah, I thought it was just he turned black and white, and then when he's wearing the spider suit, he's like red and blue. But no, there was more.
I noticed that in my one watch.
Wow. Yeah,
I didn't know what it meant, but I noticed it.
There's orange. He turns pink when he's interacting with Miles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really cool. Don't know what it means, but it's cool.
Yeah, I think like I've noticed like his like normal. He turns normal color when he's like playful. There's like a green and not a green. There's an orange where he's like
Hobie the mood ring.
Exactly, nervous. There's a color he turns when he's lying.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Loved it. I didn't notice all the colors. I noticed a couple of them though.
Yeah. The humbling realities. Peter Parker's there.
Oh yeah.
He's like the Spider-Man that like almost gave up on being Spider-Man.
That was his mentor, right?
Yeah, he was Miles' mentor.
Yeah, which is super cool. And he has a kid now.
Yeah, Mayday.
I love that. I love that he was just in his bathrobe the whole time.
Yeah, chilling.
Take his daughter to work.
He doesn't take the bathrobe off until he gets home. Like, that's his uniform.
The whole thing, even when he was chasing, like, going up that, like, the chase scene on the train or whatever.
Yeah.
Still wearing the bathrobe. It's like, ridiculous. The bathrobe stays on while I'm at work.
We get the really cool fight scene where Miles outsmarts every last spider person.
Miles in that scene is the definition of I'm him.
Oh, yeah, he's that guy. He's got that dog in him.
Miles really is that guy.
Miguel's like, why isn't he listening to me? And like 5 seconds ago, he just bashed him into a train and beat his ass. Why isn't he listening?
It's like continuous punching. I'm doing this for your benefit.
Just hear me out.
I'm not trying to hurt you.
Man, Miguel. Everyone's too busy thirsting for him to see the real issue. They took his fucking word as God, and they're trying to treat Miles like he's being unreasonable. Like, were you not watching? Were you not paying attention? Were you too busy staring at his ass?
I was.
You. Bro can't. Go.
I was just going to say, let's stop here, because I don't want you to have to rush through the rest of your stuff.
Holy shit, we're at an hour.
Yeah, we're at 52 minutes already. So why don't we stop here, save Miguel and the rest of it for the next week?
Yeah. Okay.
And that way you can also, if you forgot anything, you can do it next week as well.
Ah, nice. Okay.
So there's so much to say, and I don't want to not say it because I want to do the movie justice.
Yeah.
And I know you do too. So
2-hour episode.
Well, they'll love it. You can get through your third viewing.
Indeed.
All right. So we're going to pause here on Across the Spiderverse. All the good things. Let everything sink in. And we'll pick up where we left off next week. But for now, we have a question of the week from Rain.
This week's question of the week. What are your beige flags?
Honestly, not too bad of an impression.
Oh!
Not like still a bit off, but of the ones you've done, definitely one of your better ones.
I've been flexing my vocal chops lately now that I actually have to speak. So I'm just sitting at home alone all the time.
Shout out to Starbucks.
Yeah.
One of my beige flags, and if you're not aware of what a beige flag is, look it up.
Yeah, we don't have the time.
We don't have time. One of my beige flags is I'm actually quite good at saving money. However, I will impulsively buy like pretty expensive things.
Oh.
And they're like, so I like will go long periods of time of like saving money and not like buying a bunch of stuff other than like bills and stuff.
Yeah.
But then I'll just like drop like $300 on a piece of art.
You'll see the shiny object.
Yeah, literally. Or like, this obviously isn't like super expensive, but I saw a funny shirt and I just instantly bought it. Like not even thinking. I just like, I laughed at the shirt and bought it. Okay, I paused it. 54. What to fix? I'll fix it. I can fix that in post, so don't worry. So that's one of my beige flags is randomly, impulsively buying things. Expensive, not even just like small stuff, expensive things. What's one of yours?
Yeah.
Oh, no, yourself.
So I misunderstood the question. I thought we were doing our beige flags for other people.
All right, go ahead. That's fine.
Well,
just out myself.
I'm going to tell you the one for other people because I didn't think of myself. First one.
That's right. That's true.
Listen, I think I've exposed myself well enough on this podcast.
Oh, that's actually a good one. No, that's a really
when someone doesn't have a real hobby.
That's definitely one of mine as well.
Like they've got nothing going
like
for them.
The lack of interest in anything. No, for sure. Like if you don't, and like to expand,
like sure, maybe there's a reason for it, but it concerns
about
me.
Something. Like I don't care what it is, but I need you to have an opinion and to like get excited about something. Because if you don't, I'm sketched out. Like it doesn't have to be something that we share an interest in, but like just be excited about something.
Yeah,
care about something. That's a good one. Another one of mine.
Yeah.
I wrote it down. Oh, one of my beige flags is I will hyper invest my attention into something for a solid 2 or 3 weeks and then drop it immediately. I'll lose interest like almost immediately and then hyper invest into something else.
Like a rock.
These are actually they coexist with each other. I got super into dice making for a month, spent $400 and then dropped it.
What a thing to get into. Never thought about it again.
It's also, so I want to get back into it because I have all the stuff for it.
Oh yeah, naturally.
I talked about that on our New Year's resolution, was making more dice.
Have you made any new dice?
I have not, but I still have the year. The year's not over.
Yeah, 6 more months.
All right, what's another beige flag you have for someone?
Mine was when they judge you for ordering a frappuccino because they're quote unquote hard to make. Like they make a big deal about it. Like, oh, you order those, but don't you care about baristas? Huge beige flag. I'm like, well, one, most of the menu is frappuccinos.
Right.
And two, now that I know how to make them, not that hard.
Not that hard.
They're the hardest drink to make there.
Sure.
But it's not that hard.
Yeah. What's like? Is there a drink that you have had ordered that you just like groan when somebody orders it? Besides, like, obviously it's going to be a frappuccino, but is there a specific one?
It's usually the pink drink, not because it's hard to make, but because people are stupid about it. They'll be like, so what makes the pink drink a pink drink is that it has coconut milk in it instead of like lemonade.
Yeah.
And people will be like, actually, I didn't want coconut milk in my pink drink, so they'd order a lemonade. So I gotta drop everything and make your fucking drink again because you don't know what a pink drink is.
Coconut milk is also the reason, like you said, to get a pink drink from Starbucks specifically, because it's one of the things that's harder to make at home because there's not many good brands of coconut milk.
Right.
And that's speaking from experience. I've tried to not make a pink drink, but make something else with coconut milk, and it tastes disgusting.
Yep. Not a lot of quality cocoa nut out there.
Oh, there's nuts.
I missed a word, but it worked out.
You've been talking too much. Yeah, no, that's a good one. Let us know what your beige flags are for someone else. Well, next week will be the reverse.
Oh, yeah,
It'll be your beige flags and then beige flags I have for other people.
It'll all work out.
Although I definitely...
Connected episode.
Exactly. I definitely agree about the caring and like having a hobby. That's a really good one. All right, Wolf, take it away.
I'm Wolf, taking things away. Thank you for watching episode 78 of You're Ridiculous.
Woo.
If you liked all that, be sure to hit the like, comment, and subscribe buttons, and be sure to hit the bell so you get notified of the next episode. If you're watching on a podcast website, be sure to hit the plus and give us 5 stars to support the show. You can follow us across the internet, the main cast, at ridiculous_cast on Twitter and Instagram. You can follow Lucas at 7 Angry Watson than he. You can follow me at Rainbow Does without the W.
That's right.
With one W. We hope to see you guys all again next week. Until then, say goodbye.
Good thing we stopped when you did. We have a whole other page.
We do indeed.
Goodbye.